everyone, and welcome to another Sweat with Sam workout. You will be pleased to know today's workout is a slow and controlled stretch, and we are going to focus on your lower back and hips. So some stretches that might make them feel a little bit looser, release any pressure after a busy week. We're going to start off with a few slow movements, and then we're going to do some stretches. I just want you to take your time with this today, breathe through it. I'm not going to talk too much. It's all going to be about just making you feel good after the end of this workout. So hopefully you enjoy it. We're going to start down on the floor on our hands and knees, and we're going to do some cat and cow stretches. So for this one, on your hands and knees, the first stretch you're going to do is you're going to push your belly button down to the floor and try and look up to the ceiling. And then we're going to change position. So chin goes to your chest, and then you're going to round that back up to the ceiling. I just want you to change between these two positions for the first 40 seconds of this workout. So just moving between those two positions, really feeling that stretch. When you're in that position, you can give it a little wiggle side to side as well if you want to really loosen it out. And the same when you're up in that top position as well. You can give it a little wiggle. Good. I'm going to do about 10 more seconds here. Keep them moving up into that cow position. Good. All right, we're going to take it down into a cobra stretch. So I want you to start laying flat on the floor, and you're just going to push it up into your cobra, pushing those hips down to the floor, and then slowly lowering back down again. Again, just take a second to reset, and then push it back up into that cobra. You're going to do about 5 reps here. But again, just do what feels nice for you. Slowly lowering it down, push it back up. Really feeling that stretch in your lower back. Again, you can give it a little wiggle when you're at the top if you want to. Taking it down, back up. Good. You're going to do one more here. Just go as high as you can. Don't worry if it's not very far off the ground. Just whatever feels nice for you. Beautiful. We're going to take it into a puppy pose. So on your hands and knees, you're going to drop your chest down towards the floor. Try and keep that bum up in the air, looking forwards at those fingers. And then just release it for a second, bring it back up, and then push it back down again. So we're trying to keep that bum up in the air, really feeling that stretch in your chest. You might get a couple of cracks. Don't worry too much if you do. As long as it doesn't hurt. Absolutely fine. Again, we're going to aim for 5 here. Every time you go down, just try and sink a little bit further into it. Good. And one last one. Awesome. All right, once you've done that, we're coming back up to our hands and knees. We're going to go for some rotation. So I'm going to focus on one side first. And what you're going to do is drop your hand through the gap between your hand and your knee and try and get that shoulder down towards the floor. And then as you come up, you're going to try and rotate and get that hand all the way up to the ceiling. Again, we're going to do 5 on one side. So reaching that hand all the way through, getting that shoulder down to the floor, and then twisting back up, reaching all the way up to the ceiling. Again, you just go as far as your body allows. Hopefully, every time you do a rep, you should be able to get a little bit further. Again, just make sure you're doing nice deep breaths the whole time. Really feeling that stretch through. Once you've done 5, I just want you to go into your child's pose position, which is where you sit back onto your heels. We're just going to relax there for 10 seconds, just to make sure everyone finishes their 5 reps. So just head on the floor, bum on those heels, arms out in front of you. Again, you can do gentle rock side to side, or you can just hold it. I want everyone to do 1 deep breath here. And then when you're ready, we're going to do that same exercise on the other side. So back up onto your hands and knees, dropping that shoulder down, getting that rotation, and then bringing it round, reaching all the way up towards the ceiling. And again, just alternate between those two. Really try and twist that body as much as you can, keeping both those knees down on the floor. Good. Again, you're going to aim for 5 here. And then once you've done your 5, take it back into that child's pose position. Good. I've got one more. Hopefully you're almost done. And then just sitting back into that child's pose. So hands in front, forehead down to the floor. And then just nice deep breaths. Trying to relax that body as much as you can. Awesome. One more deep breath here, everyone. Good. All right. We're going to take it onto our bum. We're going to do some stretches for our hips now. So we're going to do a 90-90. So what we do for this one, you're going to lean back into your hands and you're going to dig those heels into the floor. You're going to drop both your knees down to one side. And the aim is to try and keep your bum on the floor as much as you can. Mine comes off because I've got quite tight hips. And then you're going to go the other way. And you're trying to get those knees down towards the floor without those hips moving too much. All right, we're going to aim to do again 5 on each side. And we're going to do a little hold on each side too. So just keeping that weight back in your arms, and you should feel it stretching around those hips. If you don't feel it, try and keep those hips down on the floor as much as you can every time. Good. Slow and controlled. Just switching side to side. If you're finding it too easy leaning back, you can sit up tall on it. Make it a little bit harder. Good. All right, one more on each side, and then we're going to hold it on the other side. So if you go to the side that you started on, try and hold it there and really try and push that bum. So you want this glute to try and go down towards the floor, and you should feel it stretching all around your hip. Good. And then back to the middle, and then the same on the other side. Get into that position and then really pushing that hip down towards the floor. Good. Awesome. All right, we're going to take it onto our backs. So lying down flat on your back, and we're going to pull one knee up towards our chest. So in this position here, pulling this knee right up towards your chest. And then you're going to keep your opposite hand on your knee, and the other hand is going to go down onto the floor. And then you're going to gently pull that knee across your body, and you're trying to keep both your shoulders on the floor and just bringing that knee down towards the floor. Again, don't push this knee too hard. Just let gravity do the work. You can pop your hand on top of that knee if you want to. And the aim is to try and have your knee in line with your hip. So try not to let it come up too high. Try not to let it come down too low. Try and keep it in a nice straight line. And then you're pushing that other shoulder down onto the floor. Couple of deep breaths here. This is normally where my back cracks the whole way up and it feels amazing. Good. One more deep breath. And then slowly return that knee to the center, pushing that back down. And then again, we're going to change over and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So pulling that other knee up towards your chest. Take a second with both hands pulling it in. And then you want to keep your opposite hand on that knee and then gently pulling it across by trying to keep those shoulders down on the floor. Again, like some of the other exercises, you'll find one side tends to be a bit more supple than the other. One of them you'll feel a bit tighter, but that's totally normal. Just breathe through it. Good. One more deep breath here. And bringing it back to the middle. Okay, we're going to do an exercise now that looks really strange and feels very strange and you feel very vulnerable, but it is great, okay? So for this one, what you're going to do, you're going to try and grab your hands on the inside of your heels, and then you're going to lay with your back flat on the floor, and then you're trying to open up your legs and push those knees down into the floor. I'm pretty sure this is called like a crying baby or something, but looks a bit strange, but it feels so good on your lower back. So I just want you to hold on to those feet, and you're just trying to push those knees down towards the floor and just hold it here. Nice deep breaths. If you want, you can do little rocks side to side. But it should feel nice release in that lower back, and you should feel it in those hips too. Awesome. Hold it there, 10 more seconds. Good. For the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing those legs. Beautiful. Okay, we've got a couple more stretches to do and then we are done. So we're going to sit up on our bum. You're going to go with one leg out straight to the side. And what I want you to do here is you're going to hold on opposite hand to that opposite foot. And then this hand is going to come up and over your head and you're aiming to reach over towards that toe. You should feel it stretching in your side here. I want you to try and keep that ear and your bicep touching if you can. If your head goes too far down, you'll hurt your neck. So just try and keep it there. Feel that nice stretch. If you want to bend that arm, you can. Just nice deep breaths. Good. Oh, such a nice stretch. Beautiful. And then you're going to go back to sitting up nice and tall and then changing those legs over. And again, opposite hand to that leg. Sit up tall to start with and then bring this arm up and over your head. Try not to let your body come forwards. Try and really keep that chest open and proud and making sure that arm's coming right over the top of your head and you should feel it stretching in your side. If you want to feel it stretching in this hamstring as well, you can flex your foot, bring your big toes up to the ceiling. Your big toes. I'm not saying you've got big toes. Beautiful. Awesome. And then when you're ready, bring it back to the middle. And then we're just going to go into that butterfly position. So just dropping those knees down towards the floor. Try and sit up nice and tall here. A lot of people, when they do this position, they round their back and they hunch over. But you want to try and sit up tall. Feel that stretch in those hips. And if you do want to lean forwards, make sure you're leaning, your belly's coming down towards your feet, not your nose. So we're not hunching over. We're keeping that chest proud. Again, if you want to do some little rock side to side, whatever feels nice on those legs. Awesome. And then for our final stretch here, we're going to bring it up to our feet and we're going to release that lower back with a hamstring fold. So I want you to stand with your legs wide apart. Stand with those hands on your legs and you're just going to slide them down to start with. Just go as low as you can and just let that body hang. Try and keep your legs straight for this bit here. And then what I want you to try and do if you can is cross your arms above your head and then you slightly bend your knees and then just really try and let gravity pull your body down towards the floor. So you should feel this releasing in your back. Just nice deep breaths. So that slight bend of your knees should take some of the pressure off those hamstrings. If you want to keep stretching those hamstrings, by all means, straighten those legs out. And if you want to do a little gentle rock side to side, again, letting gravity take over, just rocking that body. Beautiful. And then we're going to take both hands over onto one side. So whether that's down on your foot, down on your shin, wherever that is, I want you just to reach over to one side. Again, you can either keep that leg straight, or if you want to feel more of a stretch in your side, then bend that knee. Beautiful. And then back to the middle, take a second, let that body reset. And then you're going over to the other side, same thing. Feeling that nice stretch, try and grab both hands over onto that foot or that shin, wherever you are. And feel that nice stretch in the side of your body. And then you're coming back to the middle. And then I just want you to slowly roll up through that spine. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Coming all the way up to standing. And hopefully your back is feeling a little bit looser because that is our stretch done. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That's a really good one to do in the evening before you're going to bed or even in the morning to loosen your back up ready for a day of work. So hopefully you enjoyed that one and I'll see you again soon for another sweaty workout. Goodbye. If you enjoyed that workout, don't forget I have a group workout program where I do 4 or 5 workouts every single week, all available on an app, all suitable for all levels, and you can do from the comfort of your own home. There is currently a 7-day free trial on the app, which you can cancel at any time, and then it is £25 a month after that. So if you enjoyed this workout and want more, make sure to scan the QR code, and hopefully I'll see you on another workout soon. Bye.